Muawiyah al-Qushayri narrated that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, أنتم موفون 70 أمة أنتم خيرها وأكرمها على الله. You, O Muslims, he said, are the last of 70 nations Allah has created. Yet in the eyes of Allah, you are the greatest and most noble of all of those nations. But let's address the elephant in the room and be honest. When you hear narrations like this that speaks of our virtue of Muslims, as Muslims, and how Allah loves us as an ummah, you can't help but say, how do we understand the battered nature of our ummah that is being beaten black and blue wherever you look? Wherever you turn to look at the anatomy of this nation, you see nothing but bruises, cuts, wounds, and hemorrhage. You turn to China and you see the plight of the Uyghur Muslims ongoing, the ethnic cleansing of an entire community. Then you turn to Myanmar, Burma, and you see the Rohingyas, their plight is continuing. And you look towards India, towards what seems to be a genocide that is making its way to them. But then you turn to the Muslims of Yemen, and you see a famine that is threatening the existence of the entire region. Then you turn to Syria, a decade-long war crushing our brothers and sisters there. You turn to Saudi Arabia, you see scholars and activists and people of khair lingering in the dungeons of the Gulf. You turn to Palestine, you see corruption at its core. And you see struggle at the other parts, and a siege and an illegal occupation. You turn to Gaza, you see your biggest open air prison on planet Earth today. You turn to Al-Aqsa and you see our third holiest site being desecrated before the eyes of the international community. Where is this favored nation? How is it that we are these people in the eyes of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, yet wherever you look you see nothing but carnage and pain and suffering and blood? For those who ask how and why, the response is the same as what Musa received from his Lord when he wondered, why am I suffering? He was told, وَاصْطَنَعْتُكَ لِنَفْسِي, I am preparing you for myself. The same way that the suffering of Musa alayhi salam was not because Allah hated him or because Allah had abandoned him, but because he was being prepared to lead Bani Israel out of Egypt. We are to see our pains in the same light. Allah has not hated us, nor has He abandoned us. مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ وَمَا قَلَى. These are preparatory events to allow the Muslims to take center stage and to lead humanity. And the process of preparing Musa for leadership is the same process that will apply to us. Why do you think his name was repeated 183 times in the Quran? Hikmah, wisdom. What was the process of preparing him as a leader? Separated him from his mother, separating him from the people he loved. And we too will have to be in the process, separated from the people we love and the places we love, even if it happens to be Al-Aqsa. But Musa was reunited with the people he loved, and Allah has promised that we sooner or later will be reunited with the people and places we love. The waves of the river Nile that bashed into his cot when he was still a suckling child are no different to the waves that bashed the Muslims through the Islamophobic industry all across the world. But the shore of the river Nile was near for Musa. And Allah has promised that our shore is just as near. He said, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يُحَادُّونَ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ أُولَٰئِكَ فِي الْأَذَلِّينَ. Those who oppose Allah and His Messenger, they will be the debased ones. كَتَبَ اللَّهُ لَأَغْلِبَنَّ أَنَا وَرُسُلِي إِنَّ اللَّهَ قَوِيٌّ عَزِيزٌ. Allah has already decreed that I, Allah, and my messengers will overcome. We shall prevail. Allah is mighty and Allah is wise.